Man, there's one, two, three, four, five women on the panel. Five women on the panel. There's one thing that we're I think that we shedding light on that's a stereotype that's get pushed on about men being this toxic masculinity, speaking about men who grape, delete, do all these things. That's a very small demographics of the population. But men make men. We have fathers to be men. We need fathers in life to need men, right? But there's a wise woman that once told me, right, that all of y'all women can tell me as well too, or something you know about. At your best, you are love. You're a positive motivating force within my life. Did you ever feel the need to wonder why? Let me know, right? Y'all are what we need. Like our men make us turn us into men, but women, we need women's love for our purpose to live. I don't care how egotistical man can be and say they can live with money, they can live with cars and finances and all these things. But at the end of the day, men need women for love. So the main thing that's happening in society
Hold on, Ali. Hey, Ali. I think something going on with your mic, man. I was looking at everybody's face expressions and I seen Casey like this. I said, okay, it must be coming through loud and clear because you agreeing. Oh,
dang, I got messed up.
are you?
It's still going on.
Are you good now?
I'm good now.
Yeah,
I'm good like this.
yeah.
Okay, so if
I
in
don't think you
society
got
now,
like that, man. I just.
I don't got, I'm good.
Oh no, yeah. I don't know what you need some foil, man.
Am I good now?
You need some foil.
You might have to cover
Put
it.
your hand back up, yeah.
Look, am I better now?
It happens
It's
when you
gone.
have head. It happens when you have headphones instead of an actual microphone. It happens on Instagram Live all the time. Also, it's about headphones. It's a headphone thing.
Hey, just come back to me.
It was good then.
Yeah, it was good. I don't know what's going.
Headphones cause interruptions on
How about now?
different signals.
How about now? Am I good now? Am I still good?
Yeah,
Okay,
it's doable.
so I'm doable. So in the society that
No, but
Nah, bro.
nah,
Gotta get a
dang,
mic, man.
Bruh.
my mic
yeah,
was working fine.
It's not, bro. It's the headphones. Headphones do not work on because it's two different signals going at the same time.
all right, we're
Okay, I
gonna
just let me fix it. Come back to
okay. Go ahead, Marcus.
So like I'm thinking about, can you hear me? I'm good. My mic good? All right. So I'm thinking about how it was for me in school, and I was like in advanced classes until my father died. Then I kind of like I wouldn't call it depressed, but I kind of like got distracted, right? And when I tried to re-engage and like really try, it was like too many kids in the class. So if I'm trying to answer every question and participate, the teacher like, all right, well, you answered four, so let the other people, you know what I'm saying, talk. And when they start doing that, I start drifting off, right? I start like not really caring, and then it just kept spiraling and kept spiraling. And then I just kept wondering, why am I doing this? Like, I'm not going to be able to use this. I'm not about to make no money today or tomorrow in using any of this stuff I learned in school. And it just seemed pointless. And I think for a lot of young men, especially where I'm from, it's like, what's the point? Because you don't have the foresight to see that you're going to need to matriculate and make money 15 to 20 years later from doing all of these things at X, Y, and Z. And you don't have the male role models there to be there and be present and show you like, hey, shorty, this is what I did to get here. Just X, Y, Z, who up the bam, and you can make it. All we seen is the people that stayed within the community might not have been the best positive role models. They might have been strong role models, but they might not have been the best positive role models. So naturally, we was gonna look to them, right? And the people that potentially could have been positive role models, in my opinion, it seemed like they ran to the suburbs, or they just disassociated completely from the community. And because of that, I'm looking up to a specific archetype of man that y'all don't want to replicate, but don't got no choice because that's the only man that I'm seeing, right? So, so if you like zoom out from just our community, Like men in general used to have pensions, used to be able to support a full family, buy a home off of a salary from something that required manual labor that didn't require extreme higher levels of education in order to do. Corporations weren't as greedy, right? They cared about a wage or a standard of life for everybody that was in America that was able to work within that, within that system. We're at a point now where it usually takes two incomes for the average family to just not make it, right? To just be above the poverty line, but not enough to really get ahead. If men's worth is tied to their financial ability to provide, and most men can't provide, most men will feel inadequate. That inadequacy will lead you to feel like, what am I doing here? Then you go online and women telling you all day, you got to be able to buy me a Birkin bag, or you need to spend $700, take me to STK on a date, and all these other things. And a lot of men cannot do that. Where does that leave them? It pushes us further into a potential, men are in crisis, but the world in crisis. Because if men completely detach, this become a dangerous place. When you have that many people who have nothing to live, people with nothing to live for are, I don't know if you've ever been around them, but it could get real quick. Like that, men are in crisis, yes, but if we can't fix this for men, we don't fix it for nobody. Like, I think we should look at it holistically. How can we solve this thing? But the people in charge don't seem to prioritize this. So yeah, we in crisis. One of the things that I was able to use to propel me over was just maintaining optimism and figuring out a way where there is no way. And that's the best advice I got. Always try and stay positive and just keep going. And whatever you do, just don't quit, because eventually it could pan out. But foresight hard to see when everybody around you has not done the thing that they need to do, and you don't have a valid example. Man got to come back and be role models to these kids. And I know people get on stepdads and all this other stuff, but them dudes is necessary. You might not want to be a stepdad, but don't attack another man that take it upon himself to be in a mother's life or mentor the young man. Like, that's selfish, bro. Just because you got issues with X, Y, and Z, you gotta let them stepdads rock, because they are needed, just like mentors are needed. But you go, Paris.
You said something very pivotal. You said if men stopped caring altogether, this will become a dangerous world. And I don't think we really take into consideration the negative approach that women have now as dating attack men so much to where we're influencing the younger generation of little girls. And again, women don't code switch the way that we think we do. That idea that I can love my child, I can love my male brothers, I can love my male friends, I can love all of these people, but I can't love a regular male that I'm intimate with. Like, I can just disassociate myself from him. Or how we give excuses to, well, he shouldn't, if I can do this for myself, he should be able to do this for me, this, that, and the third. But you're struggling, and we lie about it. A lot of women think that the light bill due just became a new thing. Rent due was once the light bill due, meaning that a majority of these women have a man somewhere behind them help to coax this financial stability that they're even bragging about. Majority of these women are not just doing every single thing alone. And we are letting the lie be what that is. We're letting the lie enable itself on the internet, because the first thing that she'll tell you is it's happened to me before. But she won't tell you that it's happening now. Or she'll say, I got a man for that. You lucky because it's another man who trying to do or who's doing X, Y, and Z. There are men who have never even gotten a actual response from a woman in DM sending her money. So you can't tell me that this idea of her taking care of herself, this whole idea of independence is not preset on a man being around somewhere to help enable that. But we choose to live with this lie that women just got it all together. And we really don't. Like, and it looks bad because we always make jokes, or people always discuss the fact that he got his heart broke at 13 by one girl. Now he don't trust nobody. But they'll never talk about the fact that he was probably getting abused or molested or, picked on or whatever the case may be. And he learned how to cope with that by never trying to trust to tell another woman anything. Or how the woman that he trusts later on in life took his deepest, darkest secrets and threw it in front of his face. And then again, we sitting up here talking about sassy. I hate it so much that we minimize these men. You cannot ask for a man to express himself and control how he expresses himself. It is unrealistic. You cannot tell a man that you want him to open up, be vulnerable with you, but then when he does it, you're telling him he acting like a bitch. And if you don't feel like that's counterproductive, you need to check yourself. We got a huge issue when we talk about how these men deal with certain things, or even down to the women picking bad men. I can acknowledge women do pick badass partners, but I can also say the idea of being a mother is, even if you can't stand what the hell that situation is, you accept that responsibility. You do what the hell you're supposed to do. We got too many men who feel like if I don't fuck with the mama, I deal with the child when they get old enough to comprehend. They'll pick their peace over their parenting. And I can't fuck with it. And we don't talk about it enough how a lot of men feel like it's okay to be very dismissive to their children, or feel like, oh, she should have just chose better. She should have just chose better. When the reality of it is, everybody needs to own their fucking priorities.